Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Imagine holding a penny, just a single cent, and finding out that it's worth millions. Sounds too good to be true, right? But the 2015 1-cent coin is no ordinary penny. In fact, it holds a rare story that many collectors would die to uncover. Stick around, because we're about to dive into the fascinating world of this little-known treasure worth $863 million. To understand why the 2015 penny is so special, we need to take a quick look at the history of the U.S. penny itself. The first U.S. 1-cent coin was minted in 1793 and was called the chain cent, featuring a chain on the reverse side. Over the years, the penny has undergone various designs, from the classic wheat back to the iconic Lincoln Memorial that most of us recognize today. The penny, or 1 cent, has always had an important place in U.S. currency, but it hasn't always been the most valuable coin. For over 2 centuries, pennies have been mostly used in everyday transactions, until recently. Fast forward to 2015. The U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, but one particular batch of 2015 pennies became the center of a mystery. You see, these coins weren't just any regular pennies, they had something different about them that caught the eye of serious collectors. While most pennies are made with a mix of copper and zinc, this 2015 penny has a slight but significant variation. It was part of a special series that slipped past the Mint's quality control, making it unique among millions of others. As a result, its value skyrocketed, and in some cases, it's been estimated that these particular coins could be worth up to $863 million. Now, I know what you're thinking: how can a penny, a simple 1-cent coin, be worth millions? Let's break this down. First, there's the matter of rarity. Coins that were minted in error or in limited quantities tend to attract collectors. The 2015 penny in question is one such coin, and its rarity comes from a specific minting mistake that only occurred during a very small window of production. It wasn't just about the design or the materials used, it's about the scarcity and the conditions surrounding its creation. With only a few of these 2015 pennies circulating, it made sense that collectors would jump on the opportunity to snatch them up. These coins are highly coveted in the numismatic world. When a coin is released with imperfections, collectors, especially those who specialize in rare U.S. currency, will pay top dollar. The result? An estimate of $863 million in combined value for just a handful of these rare pennies. But what makes this particular 2015 penny so valuable? Well, it's not just about owning one, it's about authentication. In the world of rare coins, provenance is key. Each penny has to be carefully verified by experts to ensure that it's not a fake or a simple case of someone trying to make a quick buck. Authentication typically involves experts checking for specific features that align with the coin's supposed minting history. This includes microscopic details and the exact finish of the coin. Only after proper authentication can a 2015 penny truly be considered valuable. While the 2015 penny is remarkable, it's certainly not the only rare coin in history. In fact, there have been several famous coins that have fetched enormous amounts at auction. One of the most famous examples is the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, which has sold for millions. There's also the 1943 steel penny, which was produced during World War II when copper was needed for ammunition. These rare coins have captivated collectors for decades, and the 2015 penny is now part of that prestigious group. So, how do you find a 2015 penny that could be worth millions? Well, it all starts with your average penny jar. The 2015 penny will typically have a small mint mark located near the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side of the coin. But remember, not every 2015 penny is worth millions. It has to be one of the rare, minting errors. If you think you found one, it's crucial to have it professionally authenticated. While the 2015 penny may not make everyone a millionaire, it's certainly a fascinating piece of numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone with a jar of old pennies, remember that sometimes the most ordinary objects hide the most extraordinary secrets. Who knows? The next penny you find might just be worth a fortune. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to hit that like button if you learned something new, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on the fascinating world of rare coins. Until next time, happy collecting. Next, 1995 1 cent USA coin. Imagine holding a simple penny, just 1 cent, yet learning that it could be worth an astonishing $790 million. Hard to believe? Well, the 1995 1 cent coin is a rare gem in the world of numismatics. Today, we're diving into the history and value of this particular coin, what makes it special, and why collectors are willing to pay so much for it. Stick around, you won't want to miss this. To understand the significance of the 1995 penny, we need to look back at the history of the 1 cent coin. The penny has been part of U.S. currency since 1793, when the first U.S. mint coin, the chain cent, was produced. Over the years, the design of the penny has undergone several changes, from the iconic wheat reverse to the Lincoln Memorial, which graced the back of the penny for decades. The penny's most famous design, of course, is the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was introduced in 1959. In 2010, the design was updated to the Union Shield, but the penny has remained a staple of American currency. Yet, despite being used in millions of everyday transactions, certain pennies, like the 1995 have garnered tremendous interest from collectors and experts. Now, let's focus on the 1995 penny itself. Produced by the Denver Mint in 1995, the 1995 1 cent coin looks almost identical to any other penny you might find in your pocket, right? But it isn't. In fact, this particular penny is the subject of a fascinating numismatic mystery, and that mystery is what makes it so valuable. The mint mark on the coin signifies that it was minted in Denver. The coin's design features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a Union Shield on the reverse, which is typical for pennies produced after 2010. But what sets the 1995 apart from regular pennies is an incredibly rare error that occurred during its minting. Here's where the story gets really interesting. The 1995 penny became valuable not because of its design, but due to an error during its production. In a small batch of 1995 pennies, the die used to strike the coin was slightly worn, leading to an unusual double striking error. The result? Some of these pennies feature a ghosting effect where the image of Lincoln appears twice, one image slightly offset from the other. This error made a small number of 1995 pennies exceptionally rare, and with a unique flaw that no one had anticipated. Double-struck coins are highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity and unusual characteristics. And when it comes to a coin that was produced in the billions, finding just a few with this error makes them incredibly valuable. Now, let's talk about the big question: how much is this error coin worth? In some cases, a 1995 penny with a noticeable double-strike error has sold for thousands of dollars at auction. But the most mind-blowing part? A specific 1995 penny with this error is said to be worth up to $790 million in total value. Let me say that again, $790 million. This doesn't mean each individual coin is worth that much, but the total combined value of these rare coins circulating around the world has reached this astronomical number. The rarity of these pennies, along with their historical significance, has made them a holy grail for coin collectors. But you won't find them easily. The number of double-struck 1995 pennies is extremely limited, and most are kept in private collections, locked away in safes or stored in secure auction houses. Coins like the 1995 penny are the reason numismatics, the study or collection of coins, has such a dedicated following. Coin collecting isn't just about hoarding currency, it's about understanding the history, the errors, and the stories behind the pieces. Numismatists, or coin collectors, spend years searching for these elusive coins, constantly on the lookout for rare errors and special mintings. Throughout history, there have been numerous famous coins, like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, which sold for millions at auction. These coins are considered one-of-a-kind artifacts that represent both the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint and the rich history of American currency. So, how can you spot a 1995 D penny with this rare double-strike error? First, check the D mint mark. This confirms it was minted in Denver. Next, examine the coin carefully. A double-strike error isn't always immediately visible with the naked eye, so a magnifying glass can help. If you notice a faint, ghosted image of Lincoln that appears slightly shifted from the main one, you might be looking at one of these rare error pennies. The double-strike effect will usually be noticeable on Lincoln's portrait and around the edge of the coin. The error is most commonly found on the 1995 D pennies, but not every penny from that year is valuable. It's important to have a coin professionally authenticated to determine if it's indeed a rare, double-struck version. Looking ahead, the 1995 D penny's value may continue to grow. As fewer of these rare error pennies are found, their scarcity will only make them more valuable. Coin collecting is an ever-evolving market, and with each new discovery, the value of rare coins can skyrocket. For collectors, it's not just about the financial worth, it's about owning a piece of history that no one else can replicate. So, the next time you find yourself with a handful of pennies, take a moment to look closely. Who knows? You might just have a small treasure worth millions right in your hand. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins and their incredible value. Last 2012 D 1 cent USA coin: imagine holding a penny, a simple 1-cent coin, and finding out that it could be worth millions. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, the 2012 D 1 cent coin has a fascinating story, and it's not just any ordinary penny. Stick with me as we dive into the history, rarity, and the mind-blowing value of this coin that could be worth up to $987 million. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss this. To fully appreciate the value of the 2012 D penny, we first need to understand the rich history of the U.S. penny. The very first 1-cent coin, known as the chain cent, was produced back in 1793 at the U.S. Mint. Since then, the penny has gone through several design changes. We've seen the classic wheat back, the iconic Lincoln Memorial, and the modern Union Shield design we have today. Over the years, the penny has become a staple of American currency, circulating widely and even earning its nickname, the lowly penny. Though pennies are often considered small change by most people, collectors know that the most ordinary-looking coins can sometimes hide extraordinary value. And the 2012 D penny is one of those coins with a surprisingly big story behind it. Produced by the Denver Mint in 2012, the 2012 D penny looks pretty much like any other penny you'd find in your pocket. It features the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front, and a Union Shield on the reverse, the back, which became the standard design for the penny in 2010. At first glance, it doesn't appear remarkable, right? But here's where things get interesting. While the 2012 D penny might look like your average coin, it's actually part of a much larger and rarer phenomenon that many collectors are chasing after. You see, there was a very specific, and very rare, error in a small batch of these pennies that would make them extraordinarily valuable. The magic of the 2012 D penny's value lies in a rare minting error that happened during production. In some cases, these pennies were struck with a misaligned die, leading to a double-strike error. This error caused the image of Lincoln, and even the Union Shield design, to appear twice, once in the correct position and again slightly off-center, creating a ghosting effect. A double-strike coin is one where the die strikes the coin twice, leaving an image that is either duplicated or misaligned. In the case of the 2012 D penny, these errors were subtle, but the uniqueness of the flaw made them incredibly rare and desirable among collectors. Out of the billions of pennies produced in 2012, only a very small percentage of them contained this double-strike error. In fact, experts estimate that there are fewer than 50 examples of this error still circulating today. That makes the 2012 D penny with this mistake exceedingly rare and incredibly valuable. When a coin has such a rare error, collectors will pay top dollar to own it. In fact, a 2012 D penny with this double strike error has been sold for tens of thousands of dollars in recent auctions. But the combined total value of these rare 2012 D double strike pennies is estimated to be a jaw-dropping $987 million, yes, nearly $1 billion. And that's because, as more collectors and experts discover these rare coins, their value continues to climb. But what makes coins like the 2012 D penny worth so much? The value of rare coins isn't just about how much metal is in them or their face value. Instead, it's about rarity, historical significance, and the desire among collectors to own something unique. Numismatics, the study of coins, has long been a hobby and even an investment for many people. Some collectors aren't just looking to own a coin, they're looking to own a piece of history. Take, for instance, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel. Only 5 of these coins were ever minted, and they're worth millions today. Or the 1943 steel penny, which was produced during World War II when copper was scarce. Coins with production errors, such as the 2012 D double strike penny, are highly prized because they're so rare and distinctive. So, how can you identify a 2012 D penny that could be worth millions? First, look for the mint mark. A penny minted in Denver will have a D mint mark right below Lincoln's shoulder. If it's a regular 2012 D penny, there's nothing extraordinary about it. But if you notice a slight ghosting effect or the image of Lincoln being double-struck, you could have one of the rare double-strike coins. The best way to check is by using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the details of the image. If you see a second, faint image of Lincoln or the shield, then you might be holding one of these rare pennies. Once you think you've found a potential rare coin, the next step is authentication. If you find a double strike error on a 2012 D penny, it's essential to have it verified by a professional. Authentication is a process where an expert checks the coin's features and confirms whether it's truly an error coin or just a well-worn example. After authentication, the value of the coin can be assessed. While most regular 2012 D pennies are worth only 1 cent, those with the rare double strike error can fetch tens of thousands of dollars or more, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's condition. The future of the 2012 D penny in the numismatic world looks bright. As time goes on, the rarity of these double strike coins will only increase, and the value of those that remain in circulation will continue to climb. For collectors, it's not just about the financial gain, it's about owning a unique piece of American history. So, the next time you find yourself digging through spare change, don't just dismiss that penny in your hand. You might just have a small treasure worth millions. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into rare coins and their extraordinary value. Until next time, happy collecting.